Good morning. Hope you're ready to feast your eyes on some fabulous festive food. I'm Andi Oliver, and this is Saturday Kitchen Live. Welcome to the show. Joining me in the kitchen today, Gennaro, Contaldo, Glynn, Purnell and Olly Smith.
Good morning.
Hello,
Good morning.
guys. Are you as excited as me?
Yes.
It's Christmas, you promise?
Absolutely.
Actually, can we... What's happening on the jumpers?
So mine has wings. See? Look at that.
What happens with you?
I can't see properly, so I have to make sure.
Andy, I've just got the lining.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh,
Glitter. Stay classy, people. Stay classy.
Exactly.
Gennaro, what have you got for us today?
Well, today I'm going to make this fantastic pasta with chestnuts, pancetta and leek. You will love it.
I will love it. And also chestnuts. Chestnuts one of those things that people have and they always end up in the back of the cupboard because no one knows what to do with them. So excellent.
Yes.
And what about you, Glynn?
So I'm going to do a fantastic cheat Christmas baked Alaska. So we're going to put a bit of rum in there, some Angelica, some cherries, mincemeat. We're going to cover it with some meringue and then we're just going to set it on fire.
Oh.
That doesn't sound easy.
It's going to be so easy to burn things down.
To burn things down. Also,
Yeah.
you had me at rum, so where away?
Well, there we go.
And lovely Olly, what are we going to be drinking?
Good morning. Well, fortunately, I brought things to quench in case the flames go up. We're going to swim the 7 seas of wine. We're going to find the most delicious flavours imaginable. Got a little bit of fizz for Gennaro, some sweet, unctuous, liquid Christmas for Glynn.
Oh.
And who knows what for heaven and hell, we shall find out.
And what's for me? How could
Everything. The
Everything.
3 wise men are for you.
Oh, fantastic. Good answer. Very quick on your feet. Now, we also have some Yuletide treats from the BBC archives, courtesy of Rick Stein, Mary Berry, Nigel, Slater and Nigella, Lawson. Now, as you may have heard, our guest this week was going to be Professor Green, but sadly he's come down with one of those vicious viruses, so get well soon, Stephen. Who better to call when you need a Christmas miracle than super fan and friend of the show, BBC Radio 1's Chris Stark.
Great!
Hero,
This is
He's not a hero.
What a jumper!
You're a Christmas miracle, Chris.
Gennaro, it's not as good as your jumper, of course. Look at that.
Look, what do you got at the back? I saw
What's on the
something
back?
on the back. I saw something on the back.
Christmas is
Christmas
coming, huh?
is-
Yeah, you got it.
Oh, much like football.
Listen, I just cannot believe I'm here because I would be watching this at home right now. I'm in the TV on
You're
Saturday
in the
Kitchen, my
TV
favourite
on Saturday
TV show.
Kitchen.
Andy, thank you so much for having me
I
here
was so
today.
excited that here. I mean, will say very quickly, we'll talk about it later, but your friend's getting married. Your best man at someone's wedding.
Yeah, so my best mate's getting married. He's watching this right now. Hello, Dougsy.
Sorry. Thanks for lending him to us.
We got this call. Well, I got the call really, really last minute, and yeah, so straight after this, I'm going to be best man at my best mate's wedding. So, Ollie, this is pre-drinks for me, really.
It certainly
This
is.
is
Unfortunately,
pre-drinks.
I've got lashings of them for
Oh,
you.
here we go.
Just limbering up, young man. So, Chris, at the end of the show, of course, you know this,
Yeah.
but I will be cooking your food heaven or food hell. What's your idea of food heaven?
OK, so food heaven, I was thinking something with pork belly. Yeah, maybe Asian veg, something like that. I mean, that would be
delicious.
Please vote for that.
Please.
So earnest.
I love the fear people who's getting their eyes. And how about your hell? What would be your food hell?
I just think we're getting turkey forced down our throats. It's meant to be Christmas Day, should
All
be the
served to us
turkey.
lovingly by our family.
But how can the BBC canteen have turkey every day in the run-up to Christmas
Is
Day?
that what
as
you
well?
have?
Look, this is what I'm saying. Eat chicken, guys. Yeah, look. Eat chicken. That's what I'm saying. Yeah?
It's too much. Turkey's Christmas Day.
too much.
So turkey, and also, I've never really given them a chance, but anchovies.
Oh, anchovies are the
I
stuff
don't think
of
I like
life.
them.
Stuff of life. Listen, Chris, if the viewers give you heaven, it's pork belly. I will slow roast pork belly, rubbed with 5 spices, a bit of extra star anise in there, and we're going to serve it with stir-fried Asian greens, some lovely sugar snaps and stuff, on a beautiful, fragrant Asian broth. which
Lovely.
you love,
Wow.
right? But if Chris gets hell, then it's turkey, of course. I'm going to confit turkey leg with cardamom, garlic, thyme, oregano, and we're going to serve it with a thing called Jansson's Temptation, which is a Swedish kind of dauphinoise, which sounds good, right?
OK.
But it's full of anchovies. So, not so good for you. Why? Because it's a good thing. You will have to wait till the end of the show, of course, to find out which one the viewers vote for. Just head to the Saturday Kitchen website before 11 a.m. and get voting. The terms of privacy notice are also on the website. And we want your food and drink questions, so just call 0330 123 1410. That's 0330 123 1410. Get dialing now. Or, of course, you can join the chat on social media using the Saturday Kitchen hashtag. Gennaro, should we start off proceedings?
Let's do it straight
Let's
away.
get cooking. Let's see what's happening with these
Oh,
chestnuts.
gosh.
Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me.
Right.
What are we doing, my love?
Well, actually, we're going to make this lovely pasta, which we call them a trompetta.
Trompetta?
Or, you know why trompetta looks... Christmas is coming! Or we call them a G, daffodil, because of the shape of the little
flower.
chap.
Can you guys see that? I don't know if you can...
See, I
Can they see that? Can you see the little flower?
I can see.
Isn't that nice? You can see it. It's an inch away. I'm glad you can see it.
Because they catch all the beautiful sauce inside.
Beautiful. Right, let's get on with it.
Okay, so I have here some lovely chestnuts, which we'll cook from here. You got some nice pancetta, which you have to cut them a 4 slice and then do little square for me. Got some lovely lick. I got some lovely prosecco, and let's do it now.
We're getting prosecco in it. Fancy for Christmas, yeah?
Also, it's very important to use a salt. For every 3 litres of water, you need 10 grams of salt. 10
grams of salt. That's a really important ratio.
Very.
You have to hear that, gentlemen?
What was that,
10 grams of salt.
No, I knew you weren't listening.
I was
listening.
10 grams of salt.
10 grams.
10 grams for every 3 litres of water. Doesn't mean you're going to get all this salt. It's just a way caressing the pasta. Will make it nice, suave, bellissima.
That's some fancy salt.
That's some serious salt, man.
It's serious salt.
Gennaro,
I've always
very serious salt.
Your passion and your enthusiasm. Are you working super hard at the moment in the run-up to Christmas?
Well, we enjoy it. I am a cook. I make people happy. At the moment, I'm working almost every day in James Italian, but I have quite a few days which I will take him really steady.
It's a really busy time for you guys.
It is, well, for chefs.
Yes, I mean, really. How about you, Glynn?
I came down late yesterday. I haven't really had a day off since December started, so it's 2 restaurants and just mega busy. But we've got a fantastic break to spend time with family, which is
very important.
Yeah,
very important.
Life, yeah.
Now, Gennaro, tell me about this recipe. Is it from your book? You had a book out earlier this year, right?
Yeah, it is from my book, Fast Cooking Italians. Everything's in 40 minutes. Sometimes I'm in 20 minutes, and sometimes it's quarter of an hour. And do you know what? There's some recipe you can even do in 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's brilliant.
I love that
do you want this pancetta in the...
the
is that right for you, darling?
You are a star.
Do you hear that, people?
The pancetta goes straight inside.
That's going in there.
Good.
You've got your leeks. Can I do anything else to help you?
Sorry?
Anything else to help you? What's happening with these chestnuts?
This is chestnuts. Also, if you actually get me about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, just chop them in, roughly chop.
Roughly chopped. I'm going to put this...
Yeah, it's just a little bit.
Over here.
You sweat the pancetta. The word sweating is when you're jogging. The word burning, when you go in Italy, you sit under the sun and you become like a pepperoni. so you put the lick inside.
It's like jazz, isn't it? It's like jazz with Gennaro. So do you want these just crushed up?
Crushed up, yes.
So now, chestnuts, I always think it's one of those things that people have. You know, you get those backpacked, sealed ones, Gennaro, and people end up with them in the back of their cupboard at the end of Christmas, and they never get used.
It is
in Italy, you use them quite a lot, right?
Oh, my God, every single day. I've been eating chestnuts because the season is of September. But believe me or not, I've been eating chestnuts almost for 2 months now. I love it. And then, when I have enough, I will wait for next year.
You wait for next year, and you go out and forage them?
I did. With my Chloe, Olivia, my 2 girls, and we do forage wild chestnuts. England is an open supermarket. You go there and you find mushrooms, chestnuts, so many beautiful
But you have to know
fruit.
what you're doing, right?
Yes. You have to know what you're doing.
That's a bit dangerous, isn't it? With, you know, going out foraging, you do have to be a bit careful
I think it is a bit dangerous. Also, people have been over-doing it,
dangerous.
haven't they?
Why dangerous?
Because what about if they pick the wrong mushrooms?
No. But with mushrooms, the matter is completely different.
I know.
You have to ask Gennaro.
You have to take somebody with you who knows what they're doing. Right, so tell us what's happening in these pans.
Okay, look, it's pancetta inside there.
Yep.
Okay, and I put a little bit of rosemary, which is already inside there.
Yeah.
And now the moment, look at that. This is ready.
It's beautiful.
I'm waiting for this pasta to boil.
Is this chestnut all right like this? Do you want it smaller?
No, this is nice. Now, if you do another 3 chestnut the other way, let me tell you...
Those are roasted ones, right?
Those are roasted. So what do you do when you cut the chestnuts? You have chestnuts...
Lost it. Yeah, go on.
You lost in a chestnut.
No, I didn't. I call it because I'm a ninja, Gennaro.
A ninja.
Way too fast to be dropping...
Okay. So at this stage, when it's actually done like this, get a lovely festivity. Olly, Prosecco. Oh, my God. How can you...
So that's what's happening now. A little bit of Prosecco going into that pan.
Look at that. Oh, yes. Move away just in case the flame. Come on.
Always move away just in case the flames. Now, remember, if you'd like to ask us a question, you can give us a call now on 0330 033 123 1410. That is 0330 123 1410. Calls are charged at your standard network rate. Now, when I've done these ones, what are those?
Hold on. Now you can put them inside.
Just straight in like this, yeah?
Yeah, go put them inside.
Tell us, now those ones there, have you roasted those chestnuts?
You've roasted chestnuts.
Have these been treated differently?
No, it's not. What do you actually do? You slick, you cut a little cut on top, put it on very hot oven and open up, and look, the chestnuts is inside.
So it's quite easy to do?
It's quite easy to, even the skin's coming up. Look, it's beautiful. Have we got it?
Yeah, I've got some here. I'm bringing them over to you now,
let's put the pasta inside. It's ready.
Right, so what is this going in here?
Yeah, just...
All of it? Half of it?
Go on. Come on, I'll let you do it. Go on, come a little bit more.
A bit more? Well, that's all of it. Oh.
Yeah, come on. It's Christmas.
Nearly all of it. So let me see these... So you literally say you cut a little square in the top.
You cut them a little square on top, put them in very hot oven, and then when it's ready...
How hot are we talking? Gas mark 9 or something?
200.
200 high.
Look at that. Look, they're all coming out nicely.
So just don't be shy, just pull it apart. OK, yeah.
Look at that. Yeah, you can chop this one as well.
I can chop that one too, thank you. So much
chestnuts
going on, haven't you?
So, Chris, how is it? Is it like the dream?
It's honestly so bizarre being here, and there'll be so many people watching this that must imagine what it's like to be here on Saturday Kitchen. It's chaos. The rate at which you guys are working to get this done.
To get this out.
Yeah, and safety tips. You need to pierce them, those chestnuts, in case they might
actually
blow up a bit.
Oh, well, so Gennaro was saying you make a little cross in it.
Just a little slit.
A little slit in it, so you can do either, right?
It's got, look,
as long as you do something to relieve that pressure.
Relieve the pressure.
Relieve that pressure.
Relieved it will be.
Yes.
This recipe is so simple. Look, I'm watching the day you cut with all the chestnuts. This is ready, look.
Right, here you go. Here's a bit more. Is this for the top or what? I'm going to put that in here.
Yeah, just on top.
Right, so we can start plating up.
No, just...
Get us all on time and everything with loads of time to spare. You can use this one?
Yes, let's use this one.
Shall I move some of the... do you want some of this cheese grated?
Yes, please. Let's move all this around.
Let's get you some of this ready.
OK, just use it a little bit.
Beautiful. So, just recap what you did there, please, Gennaro,
I
with the
sweated the
sauce.
pancetta inside with a lick, and then I'll put a little bit of a Prosecco inside.
Yes.
And then I have to put the Prosecco, the pasta boils, put them inside the pasta, saute everything, a little bit of rosemary, chestnuts when they're straight in, and the mascarpone with a little bit of pasta water, and hallelujah.
So the pasta water becomes the sauce.
Yeah, look at that lovely sauce.
That look good?
It looks amazing.
It looks great.
And then...
Is this enough Parmesan, Chef?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I always really overdo it on the Parmesan. I love the Parmesan.
No, that is a pecorino, actually.
Oh, the pecorino. I also overdo it on the pecorino.
As well, yes.
As long as there's a blanket of some sort of cheese on top of the pasta, then I'm
Look
happy.
at this beautiful cream inside.
It looks gorgeous.
So, come on, let's put them a little bit of cream inside.
Put them a little bit.
Put
them a little bit. Here we go. How much?
Go on.
Come like this?
Be generous.
Yes, I am. I just didn't want to mess up the plate.
Then this one goes on top.
Oh, yeah, you do your little frilly
chestnuts.
Nice.
Come on, B-boys, come on. And then a little bit of black pepper.
Legend.
Come on.
Lovely. So what is that again, Gennaro, please?
This is a little trompetta pasta with pancetta and chestnuts.
Delicious. Beautiful. What a way to start the day.
Guys.
Oh, Chris, you're so excited, your little face.
It's like Christmas Day.
Christmas Day for Chris.
It looks incredible. Why, by the way, why Prosecco? Is it just because Christmas time? Use Prosecco rather than...
Prosecco is also very nice as well to use it. But, you know, it's Christmas time.
So
everybody wants the festivity.
It's Christmas.
Ollie, what are we having with this delightful dish?
Well,
get involved, man.
I'll just pop a glass out.
I have actually got a bottle of Prosecco.
Yay!
Which is, it's Christmas. Everyone needs a sparkle in their life.
Everyone needs a bit of sparkly as well.
You've got to have your bubbles going.
Get the lights on.
Yeah.
Have the lights on.
Oh, you've gone out again.
Oh,
dear. We're going to have to have a look at your batteries in the break.
No,
oh, there you go, there you go. You've got
there it goes.
Oh, that pasta's delicious.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, indeed. So this one here, if you're
Yes.
looking for a good Prosecco, you need to look for the magic letters DOCG on your bottle.
And that stands for?
That stands for Domain of Origin Controlled and Guaranteed. Garantitata. That's what you need to get the top quality.
Guarantee it's a good
DOCG. And this bubbly, basically, it's like a giant cantaloupe melon that's been shaken up into sherbet. It's beautifully kind of mellow, it's fruity, it's sparkling. It's $8.99, which I think at this price...
It's kind of peachy.
Really peachy. And obviously you could make bellinis with it at Christmas. It's fabulous with food. I think a lot of the time people think fizz is just for an aperitif. With creamy cheeses and pasta, it can be such fun.
It's kind of refreshing. That's breakfast Prosecco. I like it.
It is exactly
I'm not a
that.
Prosecco fan.
Glynn, no,
Are you not?
I'm not a Prosecco fan, but I actually do like that.
That's delicious.
It's
The
a really
good
fruitiness
combo.
is
Yeah.
delicious.
So now you're going to become.
Glynn, what are you going to be making for us later?
I think Chris just necked his...
He likes his Christmas. Yeah, how was that?
What time
It's
for wedding?
extraordinary.
No, do you know what? Congratulations to you.
Well, congratulations.
It's gonna be a great day.
Yeah, great day.
I'm really sorry if he turns up a little frazzled
Happy.
at the edges. A little happy. Glynn,
day ever.
what are you making for us later?
So, no, you carry on eating. You carry on
You
eating.
eat that.
So yeah, I'm going to make
Please.
a little bit of a cheat pudding. We're going to make a Christmas baked Alaska, which you can do at home, and you can cheat with a bit of basil in there. And we're just going to set it on fire. It's actually going to be on
You
fire.
just like saying set it on fire.
Oh yeah, because you know what? This show is on fire at the moment.
Fire is
Let's
good.
get it
right, Glynn.
Fire is good. It's Christmas.
We're
Let's have
on fire.
Don't forget, if you'd like to ask any questions this morning, just call 0330 123 1410. That's 0330 123 1410. Lines close at 11 a.m. today, so give us a ring now. Or you can tweet us a question, of course, using the Saturday Kitchen hashtag. And don't forget to vote for Chris's Food Heaven or Hell on the website. Look, he's a nice boy. Be nice to him. Time now. Rick, an ideal dish for a festive breakfast, and I've got another idea to start the day at this time of year. Very important meal, don't you think? The Christmassy breakfast vibes. And I'm making ackee and saltfish. I thought we'd go Caribbean today. And I'm making a little plantain and potato rosti to go underneath.
Lovely.
Sound good? Are you familiar with Caribbean food?
Well, ish. I mean, I wouldn't say it's something growing up that
You had?
my mum made for me massively.
No.
However,
Where are you from?
just outside of Watford.
Right, so not a lot of ackee in Watford. But it's fine. Feel free to talk about it, Chris.
Yeah, so I'm very excited for this.
So you're
yeah.
very excited to check out a bit of ackee.
But the thing is, when I watch Saturday Kitchen, lately, what I've been trying to do is find something that I can then genuinely make that Saturday night.
Yeah.
So maybe this is it.
Yeah, beautiful. Glynn, Glynn, there's a lot of Caribbean people in Birmingham.
Yeah, we've got a very multicultural Birmingham, so you can get some of the ingredients that I see on the plate there, which is like a kaleidoscope of colours.
Yeah.
You can get that sort of stuff down the markets quite easy, really.
Do you know what's great, actually, these days? Years ago, when I was growing up, you couldn't, but now you can get ackee, you can get planted, and they sell it in lots of supermarkets now, the big ones. You know, the big ones whose names I won't even go into. Now, Chris, talk to me about this wedding.
Yeah, I mean, I'm stressing about it a bit because I sort of planned on writing the best man speech this morning.
Right.
And
But
obviously
you're busy now.
I'm here. So when these VTs are on, I've been trying to scribble down a few little notes that...
Ollie's a
that
bit
I
of a
can use.
wordsmith.
I think
later.
opening line is always key. Have you come up with a good kind of strong opener?
Yeah. Well, I think being one Prosecco in by this time... So I weirdly, I don't even know if this is a tradition, but I stayed with my best mate last night. So the night before his wedding, his wife-to-be isn't there. She's at home watching, I believe. Hello, Zara and her family. Feel like I'm just going to do shout-outs
all day.
whilst
day
I
long.
can.
All day long,
Yeah, so I was with him last night, and then I got the call saying, come in today, would you like to be on Saturday Kitchen? So he's watching right now, and yeah, I hope to have
And
a
how
couple
does he
more
feel
glasses
about
of
you
wine.
ditching him?
No, he's all good with it, actually.
He's all for it?
He thinks it's the funniest thing ever. And then, yeah, straight after this, we're going to the wedding, meet all the rest of the ushers and the boys in the pub, and then, yeah, we go from there.
Now, let's talk a little bit about work.
Yeah, but
You work with Scott Mills.
I do, yeah. Yeah, so I believe Scott's watching now as well. So
Hi,
hello,
Scott.
And you know Scott, of course.
Yes, well, I did Saturday Kitchen with him last year at Hampton Court.
Yeah.
With Matt. Matt was presenting and I was cooking.
Yeah.
So, You weren't very happy about that, were you?
Well, no, because Scott knows I'm such a big fan of this show, so I was gutted to not be invited along to that. But I'm here today.
Were you here?
So
were you away? I thought you were away. Did he lie?
Yeah, I was away, but I think that's why he then decided to go to the Saturday Kitchen, actually.
He did call you a snake, didn't he?
No, I called him a snake.
Oh, you called him a snake. Sorry.
And I regret that now.
Quite a strong reaction. It's quite a strong reaction. But you guys are doing the breakfast show next week, I believe.
Yeah, so we're doing the breakfast show sort of throughout the Christmas period on Radio 1. So, yeah, I know that...
That's quite a big deal.
Yeah, it's cool. I guess lots of people are having big nights out round about now. So if you do wake up in the morning and we'll be there with the Christmas songs and having a bit of a laugh.
Songs.
Yeah.
Are you very Christmassy? I'm really into it, like in an annoying amount.
Are you?
I think so. I'm judging this on the way that my family start to look at me after about day 3, and I'm like, hi, everybody! And I'm still playing Santa Baby.
Well, I think that's it, and I think working for Radio 1 as well, it is constant Christmas music at the moment.
Right.
And as you get nearer to Christmas, it really starts to ramp up.
Wane.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. I mean...
I'm into it.
Maybe a bit. But no, it's good.
Traditions in your family, have you got any that, Christmas wouldn't be Christmas without?
Arguments?
Yeah.
No, that's doing my family a bit of a disservice. It's for me, it's just nice, a really nice family time, good food. My brother-in-law is doing the turkey this year.
Oh.
So, which is a bit of a sticking point for me,
Do you
actually.
cook?
Yeah, I've definitely, since when I was at uni, I couldn't cook a thing. And now I'd say that cooking's become a passion of mine, which is, I think, partly why I love this show so much.
Because you've got lots of lovely tips.
Yeah, I've learned, honestly, I learned so much.
Really? That's nice.
I think lots of people watching do.
Yeah, good. Well, we hope so, don't we?
Do you know, I honestly feel like I'm just a fan, like everyone else that's watching this right now, except I get to be here. So hopefully I can represent everyone that's watching. Yeah.
At home, you love the show.
Yeah.
Now, Peter Crouch, tell me about this, because you've got a podcast, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, so me, Peter Crouch, and a guy called Tom Fordyce, we sit in the corner of a pub and we made this podcast for 5 Live.
And you, Pete Crouch, just happened to be mates? Is it you showbiz mates?
No, it's just something 5 Live dreamed up.
Oh, right.
Steve at 5 Live dreamed up. And yeah, we just sit in the corner of a pub, we talk football, but more importantly, we talk about these amazing stories from Crouch's life.
He is funny, isn't he?
He's so funny. And yeah, he's become a good mate now. And the podcast, I think it's #1 at the moment.
Wow.
Which is crazy because it is just 3 guys, as I said,
sitting in the pub talking about football.
But it's a bit of a laugh, and we did a sort of Christmas special recently, which was at a curry house in Ealing. And it was really, really good fun. So,
really fun.
Yeah, if you haven't heard it, it's...
So what about people like me who are sort of slightly allergic to football? Is it still funny?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe it's not the best way to sell the podcast. I don't think you need to be a big football fan to enjoy that Peter Crouch podcast.
The Peter Crouch.
And I get so many messages on Twitter and Instagram from people that have just sort of become part of that podcast family now, and it's great. It's been one of my favourite things that we've done this year.
Right. Now, let me just tell you what's going on in my frying pan. Over there,
Is there anything I can
got...
help with, by the way?
Not at the moment.
I feel useless.
Not at the moment. I'm quite enjoying you just sitting your lovely presence, having a little chat up with you. That's quite nice. I'm just going to tell you what's going on. We've got potato and plantain and some shallots grated in the far pan, and we've got a couple of little rusties frying away there. Just a couple of little fritters. Just going to make sure they're nice and golden underneath before we move them. And then in this pan here, we've got onions, we've got garlic, we've got a few peppers, and we've got a Scotch bonnet, which is obviously key to this dish. And there's going to be a little bit of fresh thyme going in there in a minute. Now, there's not too much Scotch bonnet. You've got to be careful with it. Do you like hot food? Yeah,
I would say, again, growing up, I feel like my mum's getting a hard time watching it, actually. I didn't have that much spice in my food. It wasn't really something that we had in our family. And then, do you know what? I actually had my first curry, aged 18, at 3 in the morning.
How is this possible?
Yeah, it was really late in the day. 30.
Right, so at the age of 18, English boy, how had you managed to not have curry? You never went out, didn't let you out?
Yeah, well, yeah, I just never really... But I'll tell you, if you're going to have your first curry, 3 o'clock in the morning in Mansell's in Southampton is a legendary...
3 o'clock in the morning?
Oh, Gennaro, there's a club there called Jesters. And it was, you know, it's a legendary club in Southampton. And, yeah, big Wednesday night, all the sport teams go there, and then out in the evening, 3 a.m. curry.
Curry.
Have you ever done that?
I never had a 3 a.m.
You've never had a 3 a.m. curry, Gennaro?
Thank God, I had a lot to learn.
You've never lived, Gennaro. We've got to get him out. We've got to take him out. This is part of life.
Gennaro on an all-nighter would be amazing. I mean,
Gennaro would be brilliant on a
dreamed of a few drinks with Jolly Ollie.
I don't know, you've been here for 50 years and you haven't had a 3 a.m. curry.
And Glynn, I mean, I'm sure you're good fun.
Take you a few curry places, we'll have to go there, my friend.
Yeah, my God, Birmingham is quite good, actually.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Chris, I wanted to ask you about, you know, the moment, if you like, that set your career on a trajectory maybe you weren't expecting with Mila Kunis, because that was an extraordinary interview. Yeah. Did that completely blindside you? How did it feel?
The honest truth of that is I did this interview with Mila Kunis and I thought I'd screwed it up massively to the point where actually when I finished that interview I called Scott Mills and was so apologetic. I was like, mate, I'm so sorry, this has gone so badly. I've never been to one of these junket interviews before. And but we ended up sort of hitting it off and I invited her to a Watford game and
it's a great...
For Nando's, you know.
But so many millions of people saw it on YouTube, it became a massive event.
Yeah. And I think what it was, I think in those junket environments with A-list celebrities, I think journalists are often trying to get the wrong information out of them, whereas actually maybe that was just a nervous guy having a chat about things I knew about, which was
nice about
the pub, popular chicken restaurants and Watford.
Popular chicken restaurants, to be very clear, yes. Right, I'm going to get one of these out of here now.
So, Christy, are you on Christmas Day?
Yes.
Live Christmas Day, yeah?
Truth be told, I've actually taken the day off, so I can't take the credit for it, but Scott is there on Christmas Day. But yeah, next week we're on all day. And Christmas Day, actually, it's a great time to bang on Radio 1 because it's just Christmas music and loads of shout-outs and it's all about family and... I love listening to the radio on Christmas morning.
Yeah, we have the radio on Christmas.
I love the radio in the morning anyway. There's something so intimate about it. It's a beautiful thing. A bit of Radio 4 in the morning is my favourite.
Radio 2, Christmas Eve, I'll be there. We're all on the radio.
We'll all be there.
But we're only doing the breakfast show next week. Normally, obviously, it's Greg James who does, you know...
Yes. So you're excited about that?
Yeah, so it's exciting for 1 week. And then, we're back on in the afternoons on Radio 1 till 4. You guys should all come in at some point.
Love to.
Bring the wine.
I'll bring the wine.
You know, Scott loves the wine. So
I didn't know that, actually. But now I do. I'll bring the wine hose.
It's an industry secret.
Right. A little bit of avocado on the edge there. Here you are, my darling. Right.
This looks amazing.
That for you. It's a little ackee and saltfish with the plantain potato rosti underneath.
Wow.
Now, you can have a taste of that.
Can I try it now?
Yes, please do. A little bit of thing there.
Lovely.
So, what will I be making for Chris at the end of the show, I wonder? Will it be his food heaven? Spiced pork belly. I will slow roast pork belly rubbed with 5 spice and extra star anise, and I'll stir it with stir-fried Asian greens and glass noodles in an aromatic ginger, chilli and garlic broth. But if Chris gets hell, then it's turkey. I'm going to confit turkey leg with cardamom, garlic, thyme and oregano and serve with Swedish dauphinoise spiked with anchovies. He stopped moving. And some straw fries on the top. Don't forget, what Chris gets is down to you, of course. You've only got around 25 minutes left, so get voting. Time to vote on the website, and the result will be revealed later. Right, let's get on with the cooking, shall we? Glynn, what are we making? There's a lot happening.
Yes, it is. So this is a cheat of baked Alaska. OK, so what you're going to do is you're going to make me some meringue first.
I'm going to make meringue.
OK, so the meringue, it's not an Italian meringue, it's not Swiss meringue, it's not French. This is our own sort of meringue we've created.
Glynn meringue.
Glynn meringue, yeah. So we're going to do so you can do it at home. So we're going to lift the eggs, until they're nearly up. Then we'll add the sugar gently, where we would normally...
Without making syrup?
Without making the hot syrup at 120 degrees, softball. OK? Right, so I'm going to put a quick little compote on. So I've got some cranberries, some raspberries in there, and some pomegranate, some sugar. So we're going to make almost like a little compote, because...
Delicious. Raspberry, pomegranate and cranberry. That's a nice mix.
And then so festive, a pomegranate for this time of the year.
Beautiful,
and they're so good, it's incredible.
So a little trick for this, give it a squeeze, because my mum used to give me a pin when we ate these in front of the telly on a Sunday night. And I think she did that because it was cost-effective, because it took so long to eat it.
And also you would concentrate.
Concentrate, yeah, and extremely quiet
and leave it alone for 5 minutes.
Yeah. So if you do that, and then you tap the back, They should
and then it all
start flying
comes out.
There you go.
That's a bit no one ever tells you about, the squeezing it first, and you can stand there tapping the bag and you can get it out.
Just tapping it away, right. So we've got that in there. We're going to let that come down. That's got sugar in as well. Put a splash of water if the fruit isn't particularly ripe.
Right.
But they're nice and soft.
Just to loosen it up. So
and you can use frozen red fruits as well. Right. We'll just bring them down more because they have the excess water and sugar. Right, so we've got a sponge there, which is the base
wait a minute. There's a bit of shell
for our Alaska.
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah, let's get a bit of shells. Just a bit of shell, Chef, sorry.
OK, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
I can get that out without him noticing. Obviously not. Obviously not.
I'll keep my eye on you. So, with the filling. So
so basil you've got going in
Yeah,
there.
so for the filling, right, we've got some bought-in ice cream. This is what I'm saying about cheat, OK?
Yeah.
You can make your ice cream if you want, but we've got some bought-in ice cream.
Right,
so we've got the ice cream, we've got some minced meat, and then we're going to finish up. We're going to, like, pimp it up a bit, yeah, because it's Christmas. So we've got the minced meat in there, good quality one, and then we've got basil.
Basil.
This is amazing.
So basil in with your Christmas.
That really would not have occurred.
People believe that basil is just for sauce or tomato. Basil is so good, it's so aromatic. It goes almost with everything. Actually, I put the basil in everything.
So it'll lighten up the mincemeat and give it almost an aromatic freshness.
Yes.
Yeah, you can use this for your mince pies as well if you want to. Glacé cherries because, again, it's Christmas, the colour, sweet. And then we've got Angelica, which is an unused product. So this is
Angelica,
again...
nobody uses Angelica anymore.
And it's like a little blast from... Like a blast from the past, isn't it? Like
and Christmas is a time for that, though, isn't it? When you start bringing out old, traditional things. I love it.
OK, so we're going to blast some of that in there as well.
Yeah, OK, lovely. Now, talk to me about your restaurants, Glynn. How many years now? 12, is it?
So I've got restaurants in Birmingham, which has got a Michelin star. Been there for 12 years.
Amazing.
And then I've got a bistro and a cocktail bar, which been there for 7 years. Yeah, so Birmingham used to be a poor sort of food scene. It was twinned with a town called Lyon, which was the capital of gastronomy, and Birmingham was like the most embarrassing place to go and eat 15, 20 years ago.
But you could get great Indian food, but nothing else, really.
But now it's the biggest food city outside London. It's got restaurants diverted from street food, which was Digbeth Diner was street food of the year. We've got Michelin star restaurants, we've got Indian restaurants. There's a massive Caribbean sort of presence there. So it is literally the centre of the universe, yeah?
So how many Michelin stars has Birmingham got now, then?
It has 6. 6 or 5. One's outside. But, you know, and we all do well. We're all different. We all get along. You know, it's
but you really kicked all that off, didn't you, in Birmingham?
Yes, I like to think I contributed... So I had the first Michelin star in Birmingham.
Yeah.
I don't pretend to talk like this. I actually do talk like this.
You are actually.
I am actually a Brummie.
Yeah,
I'm not a plastic one.
You know what's interesting to me actually about that is that I think that regionally chefs are much more proud of where they come from and their produce and cooking in their locale than they used to be. People felt like they had to leave and come to London. It's not really like that anymore.
You know, Dick Whittington is dead, yeah? So stay in Birmingham, that's what I thought to myself. So look, we're going to literally put our ice cream in there.
Lovely.
Yeah, and then we're going to...
So it's all right if it's melting. And
fine.
And if you don't like these flavours, you can put what you want in.
Put what you want in, yeah.
Any other suggestions? What would you put in?
No, I'd stick with the basil because it was such a game changer. My kids this week, I made it at home. It was beautiful. Basil in with mincemeat is fantastic.
It's melting, half melting, so you just push it back together.
Yeah.
And then you roll.
Make a little...
And you keep rolling it, you roll it.
This meringue trick is a miracle.
It is actually. So
it's a wonder. Can you see? So normally you make that syrup and you have to pour it in down the side. And it's a bit of a what they call a long tin. This is literally spoon by spoon. It's quite a lot of sugar.
It is because the density of the meringue needs the sugar, so it's stable when we set it on fire. Because obviously that is the most exciting bit. Apart from tasting it, is actually setting it on fire. So you imagine you've just had your turkey, you know, and you're thinking you're ready to play Twister. Well, what you need play Twister with your nan.
Well, my mum actually be all over that. My mum be all over that Twister.
So this is a little bit of a showcase.
Tell me, Glynn, I'm really interested about your book.
That there
Beautiful.
Now.
That's going in the freezer.
In the freezer, yeah. So
and then I want you to talk to me. What's it called? Your book?
I've got
the dog book.
My kids' book.
Yeah.
Well, it's called the Magical Adventures of Whoops the Wonder Dog.
Whoops the Wonder
Which she eats baked beans and curry powder and fights off crime with farts. So, I mean, what's not to like about Jack Russell
Was this your actual dog?
Yeah, unfortunately she passed away, so I wrote the book for the kids to try and immortalise the dog. And
that's an amazing sort of like a leap to write a kid's book. Was it a lovely thing to do? Was it fun?
Brilliant. I've done loads of festivals, and I did the bedtime hour to the festival, so I had 70 kids picking their noses, climbing over me.
Oh,
it was brilliant.
Liberating, no?
It was, really was.
Beautiful.
Right, so
is this meringue almost ready?
Yeah, give it another quick blast on there for me.
I'll get it.
Right, almost give it like a fandango sort of blast, you know?
A fandango?
Yeah, exactly.
Does that involve the entire body? Does that involve the entire body? How do you do the fandango? Would
you say this turkey was flossing? Can you floss? Can you floss? So it goes something like this.
Oh wow!
I mean, I can dance.
Do that, yeah?
Go on, Andy.
I'm fandangoing. I can't fandango and floss at the same time.
My kids taught me how to do that, and now they hate me because I do that.
On TV.
I have to remember I'm 44 years old, so...
So it's your job to embarrass your children.
Okay.
Right, so tell us what's happening over there.
So I'm just trimming it down. So as you can see, look, all the mince and all the basil and stuff has gone in there. So it's
look, show that to camera 3, please.
So that is literally pimped up ice cream, yeah? OK? So we'll put that down there.
I think that's all right, don't you, Chef?
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. Right,
and look how shiny. I just want to show you this. I just think this is such an amazing trick. It's really shiny, and it's got such body. It's got real robust structure.
That's what we need, and
what we need.
And it's not too difficult. So look, we put that down there now. Look, if you look at that, all the flavours there, you can smell.
Beautiful.
It just smells
amazing.
of Christmas. Finish that with some zest of lime or a little bit of cinnamon at the end if you want to.
Beautiful.
Right, let's get this on.
Right. Now, if you'd like to try Glynn's recipe, or in fact any of our studio dishes, then visit our website, bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. While you're there, you can vote for Chris's Food Heaven or Hell, of course. Right, so this is looking beautiful. You're going to...
OK,
now, this is when all the jazz starts happening. Shall I move this stuff away? Because you're about to get very...
When we start setting things on fire, we need to go through the health and safety process to go through it.
Right, so a bit now, I'm going to put this down here.
So do we need the blowtorch up as well, please, Andy?
The blowtorch is right here, Chef.
So now you don't need to be a plasterer or any sort of like...
Do you need this?
No, I don't need that, thank you.
No limes?
No limes, no. We're just
getting everything out of the way.
Thank you. So, don't be frightened if some of it goes onto the plate, because...
Some of what? The fire?
Yeah, when the fire...
Some of the meringue.
So, some of the meringue. So, we're just literally going gun-ho.
So that was 4 egg whites?
That's 4 egg whites, yeah.
And there's a lot of volume you get out of 4 egg whites.
So this would serve what? 6? Or
yes.
4 really enthusiastic people?
4 people in our house.
Yeah.
4 people in our house.
Just making sure it's all covered.
Lovely.
Looks beautiful. It's like a beautiful snow.
And then, and you can peek it if you want around there like that.
And that means when you torch it, you get those nice burnished edges and stuff, don't you?
So,
can I ask you what that glass of booze is for?
This is when we're going to start setting things on fire.
We're setting many things on fire.
So if we get our little swirl, so it looks like an Alaskan scene.
An Alaskan scene, right, here we go.
OK, right, so now...
sensible person, your family.
We pour that
don't
into there.
Oh, yeah.
And then we warm that.
I think they've got children.
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
OK.
So how are we going to do this? You're going to torch it first, burnish it first. Burnished Alaska. Let's call it burnished. It sounds good. All right.
So now, we're going to just...
It happens so fast. One of the things I love when you torch meringue, it just goes really, really quickly.
And we've literally made a show-stopping dessert.
It really is. Imagine bringing this to the table, right?
Magnificent.
Beautiful, beautiful.
OK, a little bit around there. Again, some of it's on the plate, but who cares? OK?
That's all right.
Right, then...
I think if you do that, nobody cares if some of it's on the plate, do they?
So we just bring that up to temperature before we set...
Beautiful, and that's your lovely compote.
OK, so...
And so with the is that rum? It's rum.
It's rum, yeah.
You have to warm it first.
Warm it first to get the alcohol.
Right.
Should have put that on a little bit earlier, but it's coming there.
Does it have to bubble, or do you have to...
Just bring it up to almost so it breaks the surface, then you're ready to go. The alcohol will then burn. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Okay. I'm always ready.
Where's my blowtorch? It's over here.
I'm
just fire. I feel like something out of Star Wars.
I think it's very exciting. Right, so you take a little of that.
Oh, there we go. Are you ready?
Yeah, yeah.
OK, so we have our festive baked Alaska, which we are now going to serve with red compote, and we're just going to set
flaming rum. Oh, yay!
Yeah, yeah!
incredible.
Glynn, that's just magnificent. You can pick that up. I'll take the compliment.
I'll pick it up.
I'm fine with this.
Right, OK,
Beautiful, Glynn. Look at that.
What do you reckon, Chris?
Listen, it looks incredible. The worrying thing is my wife and I are on desserts, I believe, this year. And they will be watching me watching this.
Cool, but it's easy.
Glynn, it's so cool, but you haven't met my father-in-law, you know.
You could do it.
Him and a blowtorch won't go well.
Oh, the burnt rum smells amazing on the top.
It looks, I mean, it looks amazing,
That's all right.
doesn't it?
Spoon a little bit of that on
Here
for
we
me
go,
as
Nigella.
well.
I'm going to give you a little bit of compote as well.
This down?
No, that's for you. You're the guest, Chris.
Guys.
And then we've
There
got
you
another
go,
piece.
another piece.
You can actually make it and then pop it back in the freezer so the meringue is even firmer.
Here we go, Gennaro.
Okay.
Glenn, this is amazing, mate.
And you smell, it just smells of Christmas,
It
you know?
smells incredible, like literally smells of Christmas.
And the basil.
And I just think it's very, very beautiful. I really do. Actually, Ollie.
Hello.
What have you chosen, my love?
Well, with this, I have chosen... It's effectively liquid Christmas pudding. It's Pedro Jimenez sherry. It's beautifully kind of intensified. Every single stage of making this wine is about sweetness. They sun-dry the grapes, they ferment it to about 4%, they add brandy, they age it for years. It's basically liquid mincemeat.
Absolutely beautiful. How is that, Chris?
God. This is unbelievable.
Do you love it?
Isn't it, Gennaro? I did want to tell you this before. I'm not really a pudding guy.
OK.
Like, I'll have a starter, a main, and then another starter, potentially. This is so good. This is so nice, mate.
Glad you enjoyed it, guys. Glad you enjoyed it.
And all the different temperatures. Taste that. Does that work with it? It's
gorgeous.
The Pedro Jimenez.
It's so, like you said, it's like Christmas. You can taste the raisins. You can just taste the Middle East come into the Victorian times almost.
Absolutely. And if you're looking for
how
something with
lovely.
Christmas food, with mince pies, with Christmas cake, £6. And I mean, it's a wine like this winning a gold medal at the International Wine Challenge that blows my mind. It's like a reindeer winning the Grand National.
And this
It's
costs us
exceptional.
£6.
£6. It's wonderful.
I'm going to go and get me some of this for Christmas. I'm feeling so
Cheers, everyone.
Christmas.
Cheers, Glenn.
Cheers, Glenn.
Now, let's go. Thanks, Nigel. Your turkey was indeed perky. The heaven and hell vote. Sorry.
So was Nigel.
He's always perky. The heaven and hell vote is now closed. We'll find out the results at the end of the show. Now, let's take some calls from our viewers, shall we? First up, it's Karen from Bakewell. Hi, Karen. What's your question?
Hi and good morning. I was kindly given a brace of pheasants yesterday, a male and a female, and we've put them to hang in the cellar. Do you have any suggestions on the best way to cook them, please?
Brace of pheasants?
Yeah, OK. So I drink down a pub called The Gate by my house, and there's lots of people that shoot there, and they'll give you a pheasant. So the other thing I would say, you don't necessarily need to hang them either. So you can eat them straight away. You don't have to hang them because they become quite musty. So I would take, because obviously you've been eating traditional food all of the year, so I don't do something like a stir fry. Take off the pheasant, cut it into nice thin strips, and then flash fry it, almost leave it slightly pink as well, with some soy, some fish sauce, some garlic, some ginger, and almost do something completely different to what you would normally associate with pheasant.
Add some like ginger and chillies and
a little bit of heat as well. Yeah.
Sounds delicious. Are you happy with that, Karen?
That's super. Yeah, we'll give that a go. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Now, Chris, I think you've got a couple of tweets for us.
Yeah, I do. Ian got in touch to say, can you give me an idea for leftover goose other than the usual curry, ragu or fricassee?
Fricassee?
Yes. Oh, my God. So nice. You having a leftover goose. Delicious. Just get the goose, chopped it all up very, very small, bit haricot inside, a little bit grated parmesan, 2 eggs, 200 grams of flour, roll it all out, make a pasta dough, make any kind of ravioli in a pan, sage and butter. Boil the ravioli, just put them inside, saute, grated over parmesan, and hallelujah!
Can I say, Chris, that you seem happiest with that than anyone
Ian,
else?
look, I hope that sorted it for you. I mean, it sorted it for me. That was wonderful, Gennaro.
Another tweet? What else have you got there?
Yes, hello to Kelly. Kelly says, what would Ollie recommend to pair with beef Wellington for Christmas dinner? And Merry Christmas to Ollie from the Cameo Cinema.
Oh, thank you very much. I used to work there years ago, serving popcorn. I would say beef Wellington. True story, true story. Beef Wellington, quite succulent. I would say if you're looking for a bargain, Pinot Noir from Romania, outstanding for under a tenner. If you're going blowout, Pinot Noir from Otago in New Zealand is really hard to beat. And a specific recommendation, Sam Neill, the actor, makes a fantastic Pinot Noir called 2 Paddocks. Treat yourself.
Sam Neill, I like Sam Neill.
He's amazing, and he's a great winemaker.
Just one more question. Did you decant the popcorn?
Yes, yes, I decant the popcorn.
Gives it a shake around.
Need to let it breathe.
The butter. Excellent.
Let's go back to the phones. Our next caller is Chris from London. What's your question, Chris?
Hi, good morning, everyone. I need a recipe for sobering up a best man, if possible, because
Great stuff.
Oh, mate. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Thank you so much for lending him to us.
You're very welcome. This is the only TV gig I would have let him go for. He absolutely loves it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say about that. Yeah, I'm going to be fine. I mean, we're only, one Prosecco, and what was that other one you gave me,
We had a
Ollie?
little bit of PX sherry. It was pretty strong, though.
Yeah, yeah.
There's a couple more dishes to go. Don't worry, we'll sort them out, don't worry.
Yeah.
We've got raw egg yolk, something delicious like that. Now, thank you for all your calls and tweets today. It's time delicious. I want to check them out. We've already got, look, actually got a little Christmas present.
Let's have a go.
Have you got one, Gennaro?
No, I don't remember.
Taste them. What are we saying, people?
Oh. Well, Chris. Look at it.
I just went for it.
Oh, no, I open it. Oh, my
I love that crust on the outside.
The crunchy crust and then that unbelievably silky centre.
And the spices come through. That's delicious. Right, now, what did you call it? Seeding?
Seeding, the
way
tempering,
you tempered the chocolate. That was really clever, wasn't it? I love that. Well, he is Paula Young.
Legend.
If anybody knows, then he knows. The recipe is, of course, on the website. Do excuse me. I'm chocolated up. Now, gentlemen, to the hobs. It's omelette challenge time. You excited about this?
Oh, my God, this is legendary.
Oh, my word.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, Gennaro,
Yeah.
you've got 26 seconds.
Let's see.
Gennaro, you've got 26 seconds on here.
26
Glynn,
seconds?
Yeah.
Somebody must have stolen my seconds.
No, but Glynn has been tampered with.
I have been, yeah.
Because you had 24 seconds.
Oh, it was 24 seconds,
It now says 1 minute 24, and someone's drawn a weird beard on it.
And it's jet black, the beard, so it's not my beard.
It's not your beard.
And that's not my time.
And that's not your time. Never mind, never mind. It's Christmas. I'm going to be kind to you people today.
Let's go.
The aim is, of course, to make fast. Where are you going, Gennaro?
I just need one of this.
What have you lost? Oh, you got a tea towel. Yeah, these
I've got
pants are
tea towel.
hot. First time I did it, I did really hurt myself. The aim is to make fast, edible, very important, Chris, edible, 3-egg omelettes that are good enough to feed our hungry crew.
Hooray!
Yes, but if they're not, then they'll go in the compost bin, obviously. So will it be crew or compost? Your time will stop when your omelettes hit the plates. Please cook them. Let's have them edible. Let's put the clocks on the screen. Are you both ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go!
Come on, boys.
I'm going to get my fork ready.
Should we pick sides?
I think Glynn's looking pretty fierce at the moment. I think Glynn's going to have it.
Glynn.
How would you do it, this, Chris?
Come on, Gennaro.
Come
You want
on,
Gennaro
boys, come on!
actual favouritism.
Come on, Claire, come on!
Come on, Gennaro. You're psyching him out there.
Talk to the food, talk to the food, Glynn.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Talk to the food.
All righty. Okay, a little bit of salt. All right. Stop cooking, otherwise I will take marks off for tampering.
Shall I put it? Yeah,
Thank you, yes, please bring it forward, Chef. Thank you very much.
Look at that, nice
I
and-
have to say, this looks a lot... OK.
Bubbles.
Nearly split. It's not bad at all, really, considering.
Yeah, there we go.
It's kind of cooked. I do like it runny and soft like that. Let's see what's happening, shall we?
I mean, it's not going to be the best thing I've ever cooked in my career, but...
No, definitely not.
Bring back the Alaska, for God's sake.
It's not bad, though. It's not bad. Little, your butter got a bit brown there, didn't it?
Gennaro, you forgot the basil.
Forgot the basil.
The chestnuts.
Oh, the chestnuts. Sorry.
Gennaro, do you think you beat your time?
I think I've done everything in 12 seconds.
You did everything in 12 seconds. Can I have the time?
The only thing
So you didn't beat your time. So you're not going to go up on the ball. But you're not. You know what? I'm not going to put you in the bin because it's Christmas. Smile, Gennaro. Put your little lights on. Put your little lights on. That makes me happy. And
there it goes.
What I hope I beat
so,
124.
Glynn, what has happened is that you didn't beat your real time.
Yeah.
You're 24. So, but we're going to reinstate you because obviously you beat the 1 minute 24.
Yes, thank you.
So what are we going to give him? We're going to give him... We're reinstating you to 24. So that means you're back up in here.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Check that out.
Yes.
And Gennaro,
Yeah.
you're going to stay right there. All right?
Look how happy the turkey
Right,
is.
so...
Will
Chris,
light off now.
please, I'm trying to work here, Jeff. The truth. No, thank you, Nigella. That is tasty stuff. Right, now it's time to find out whether Chris is getting his food heaven or food hell. Come closer, sir. Food heaven could be pork belly. Beautiful pork belly braised in 5 spices. We're making a gorgeous Asian broth, spiked with all these lovely spices that you like, a little bit of fish sauce and some glass noodles. Absolutely delicious.
Lovely.
Or food hell could be turkey. We're going to confit that turkey leg also with some lovely spices, and we're going to make a Swedish dish called Jansson's Temptation, which is basically, I can only describe it to you as a dauphinoise.
Which is lovely.
Yeah, it's delicious, but it's got loads of anchovies.
Why?
Because delicious, that's why. Wow. Because delicious, and a little bit of butter spinach. So, Chris, 61% of the voters went for... Hooray! Come on! I'm really happy for you. I feel like something good just happened.
Thank you so much.
Right, so let's get rid of all this stuff, please.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to give this to you, Glynn.
Okay.
Because I'd like you to take that skin off for me.
Lovely.
I need my pestle and mortar. Oh, somebody took it away from me. So, look, pork belly. You happy, man?
Yeah, very, very happy.
Gennaro, could you start prepping those greens for me, darling?
Of course I will.
And get them into that wok that's going on over there, please.
Do you know, I genuinely didn't think I'd get heaven because I thought everyone would want to screw me over slightly.
Well, just because it would be funny.
Just because Christmas would be funny to do. So
no, but it's Christmas. People are feeling happy. So in here we've got some star anise, some coriander seeds, some cardamom, and some cinnamon, and we're going to rub that all over that lovely bit of pork. And we're also going to make a bit of crackling out of the top. Do you like crackling?
Yeah, love it.
I don't understand people who don't like pork belly. Pork belly is the food of the gods, right?
It's extraordinarily rich, it's tasty, it's sumptuous, it can be so many different flavours. I love it, I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Also known as belly draft.
Yeah, belly graft.
Belly draft is pork belly cut thin to strips like this.
Yeah.
And then you slowly grill. Belly draft.
Oh, I see.
Old school, yeah?
We call them a pancetta.
There.
Call them a pancetta.
Is there anything I can help with, or should I just
You can just stand there and be delightful, darling.
Yeah?
Where's that bit? Oh, it's right here.
Chris,
now, tell
does anyone
me,
want a massage or something?
Did you do a stag night?
Sorry?
Did you do a stag night?
I did. Can we talk about this? Great.
Well, well, yeah. Up to a point, Chris, up to a point.
So we, for my best mate Dougsy's weddings today, and, the stag do, we went to Newcastle for a night out, which was eventful.
Eventful, OK.
And we went to a Watford game, a big Watford fan, and Watford were playing Newcastle.
Is that the team you support?
Yeah. So we dressed him up as, there was a few fancy dress. One of the things we dressed him up in was like this cheerleader outfit. Another one was the Angel of the North.
Oh.
That was a good one.
All in one night?
No, over 2 nights.
Oh.
And then, obviously, it ended up out in a sort of big night out in Newcastle, which was awesome.
Which is a good place to go out for a big night.
It's one of my favourite nights out, easily.
Right, so look, we've got the 5 spices on the pork belly. We've got onions, we've got garlic, and we've got a bit of cider going into there.
Lovely.
And we're going to braise all that off. Going to stick this into the oven on a nice low heat. We cook that for a couple of hours, maybe not that big a piece, so only like an hour and a half, something like that. Obviously, bigger than this, you've got a whole belly. We're talking about 4 or 5 hours or something like that on a medium heat.
And I hate the word, that's keeping it all moist.
Keeps it really moist. So, you know, actually, Nigella was talking about steam roasting on there. There's a very similar thing happening in here.
Chris, do you know what's on the menu for the wedding breakfast this afternoon?
I don't actually, no. I mean, I'm not that hungry for it later now. By the time I've had this, I don't know what they're going for actually. I'm sure it's going to be lovely.
Let's get this wok. Oh, you're going to do the wok over there. Beautiful, thank you.
And have you rehearsed the best man speech at all? Have you gone through it?
Well, no, because my plan was to get most of it done this morning.
Right.
Right, so you haven't written a speech yet?
Well, not properly, no. But there is time.
Is there?
There's priorities.
When is there time?
Also, I think after the wonderful Prosecco that you gave me earlier and Ollie's new drink there, that you might just ad-lib it. Oh, yeah. Why not?
You could just ad-lib it, although that might make them a little bit nervous, right?
Best man speeches are quite tense, aren't they? I mean, they're quite hard. Sorry, guys, I'm just in the way here.
I mean, if in doubt, Chris, you could just talk about being on the show today, show a few clips, relive the glory.
Can I just say, though, you know that it's not meant to be about him?
Well...
Yeah, exactly.
Just a thought, do you know what I mean? So you have started it, though. Please don't make me nervous. You have started it, otherwise I feel guilty.
No, I've got a couple of ideas. I'd love to share some of the stories about my best mate, Dougsy, that I'll be using later on.
But you're too kind, too very kind. So now what's happening for you later? So what's happening for you next year? Got some good things coming up?
Yeah, well, obviously, and Scott's watching, I believe. We've got loads ready for the show next year.
Scott Mills we're talking about.
Scott Mills. And, Yeah, it just feels like a good time. I'll be honest with you. I'm not here to promote anything than my best mate's wedding.
How long have you guys
Come along.
How long have you guys been working together?
I've known Scott. Scott is genuinely one of my best mates, and we've known each other for quite a long time now, it feels. And we're just lucky that we get to work with each other every day, and we don't really argue. It's funny, we work together every day, and then, you know, we go out together.
Do you still hang out together?
Nights out, that sounds...
You don't get fed up with each other?
But, yeah, he probably gets very fed up with me, but he puts up with me and puts me in employment, so I really thank him for that.
All right, now I just want to have a quick recap of what's happening. In this lovely broth, we've got some stock, we've got chilies, we've got star anise, we've got ginger, and we've got lemongrass, and I've just put all of that lovely liquor that the pork was braised in into there as well, so that's going to have real depth of flavour. Over here, Gennaro has been stir-frying some delicious green vegetables for us. We've got pak choy, we've got choy sum, we've got tender stem broccoli, we've got chilies, there's a bit of spring onion going there, and some mange choux as well. And then in from the bottom of the tray, we had all those those onions and garlic that we put in.
Yeah.
So that is now in the bottom of your bowl.
So does it stop it being... I sometimes find if I attempt this sort of thing, it becomes very fatty on the top, or is that not really... No, you should be fine,
you should be fine, because you've got all these other beautiful ingredients. Yeah. And we've got the cider there, which cuts through the fat. You've got all those other spices and flavours. You should
what
be
are you like in
fine.
the kitchen, actually, Chris? You a dab hand? I know, didn't we send you to
Did
the Mandarin Oriental recently?
Honestly, I used to be unbelievably useless. When I first started uni, I didn't know how to cook anything. I'd boil pasta in a kettle. That was one bad experience I had. Yeah, because I thought cut out the middleman with the boiling water. Banged it straight in the kettle and it made this horrible noise.
What did you put in there?
So I put the pasta straight into the kettle and turned it on. And it just started going, ee! Like, it was...
a crying kettle.
It was horrific.
A crying kettle.
And the other one...
You're right there, Gennaro.
Fantastic. Look, it's all nice here.
What's Gennaro up to over Christmas? You seeing Jamie, Gennaro?
Oh, of course I see Jamie. Actually...
you said he's watching.
He's watching. Hi, Jamie!
Hi, Jamie! Hi!
Oh, my God.
Do you know, I interviewed Jamie years ago, the day before his first show went on TV, and you were all smart and sweet and lovely.
How lovely it is.
What are you suggesting now, though, Andy? You suggesting
no, but he was about 12.
Oh, right.
He was 12.
Well, is he now really grumpy and bitter and horrible?
He's still lovely. He was just very sweet. Very sweet. I remember it well.
Are you genuinely good mates with him, or is it just for TV, or like...
Up the shop.
That reminds me of you asking the royal family if they have their own family WhatsApp group, which is genius, by the way.
You asked the royal family what?
If they have their own family WhatsApp group.
And do they?
Yeah. I can't remember what they said. I think they sort of laughed it off. That was... We're so lucky to have fun and do the radio show that we do every day.
You had all the royal... Who did you have?
So we had William and Kate.
Oh, right. That's enough now. Let's take that off.
Should give them their titles, probably. But they came on.
I wouldn't know who you were talking about. It's best to just say that.
But they came on and they were great. And it was just a good opportunity to ask some things that you probably have always wondered, but never really... They've never really been asked. You know, like, are they into Game of Thrones, that sort of thing?
And they should be. I hope the answer is yes.
Yeah, I like to imagine they are. But they are the nicest.
Oh, vermicelli noodles on here, people.
Yeah. I've got this one.
Ollie?
Yes?
What have you chosen
to
drink with this?
I have chosen a refreshing British beer. This is Adnam's Ghost Ship, and it comes from Suffolk. Really zesty, full of citra hops.
That's from Southwold.
It is in Southwold. Well, this one's named after the Bell in Warburnswick, which is supposedly one of these haunted old pubs, and the story of the old smugglers' ships coming in. But it's one of those beers that just packs full of punchy, zesty flavour, thanks to American hops, in particular citra. £1.50, widely available. With any kind of spicy cooking like this, it just feels like an absolute treat. Yeah. It's a quencher. It's a refresher.
And you know what? That's lovely, because I think this dish is such a great thing to have at this time of year. You're just having the same heavy, you know, the turkey problem.
Yeah, I totally agree. Also, it's just good to get a load of greens in, you know. I'm a big fan of trying to get a few more vegetables.
From over there. Big fan of getting the greens in place. Absolutely, my dear.
It smells unbelievable, this.
Here we go. A bit of spring onion on the top.
Wow.
Come round here, Chris,
wow.
my darling.
In there as well?
Wow.
Oh, yeah, whack a bit of that on there for me, darling. I'm going to get rid of that.
Oops, sorry.
Oh, I never thought this day would happen.
Very busy. This day is here, Chris.
Yeah. Good times, everyone.
This day is now. Look at that, my darling. I think that's my drink. I'm going to...
Cheers.
Come round
Cheers,
to
everyone.
my
Glynn, cheers,
position.
wow. What's happening? We
All right, get involved, Chris.
Go.
Get stuck in, get stuck in. I'm dying to know what you think.
In terms of just life moments, I'm having one right now.
Is this a perfect moment, Chris?
Guys, it's...
Well, Merry Christmas, darling. I'm so glad you
Merry
could come.
Christmas, everyone. And,
Taste it out.
Right.
Let me
Chris, get it in here, get it in here.
Come on,
listen, I know time's going and everything like that.
You've got 4 seconds to tell me how much it is, Chris.
It's great.
You have to do it in thumbs ups or thumbs down.
Yay! That is all from us today on Saturday Kitchen Live. Thank you to all our studio guests, Gennaro, Glynn, Olly, and the Christmas star that is Chris Stark for stepping in at the last minute. Matt is on tomorrow with his Best Bites on BBC 2 at 9:55 a.m. And he's here next Saturday for our New Year special with Tamsin Althwaite, Freddie Bird and Jose Pizarro. Have a very Merry Christmas. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.